So an advice I would give to a refugee to be a leader in their community is, first of all, finding something that you're passionate about, because that's what drives you even at the hardest times. And just finding what you're passionate about and then working really hard, even if people tell you you can't. If you're passionate about it, you can. And so working hard and putting yourself out there and putting yourself in uncomfortable situation is what's gonna make you grow. And so that's something I have, putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation and asking for help when you need it, and also networking with people will help you get to be in a leader positions in the future. So my name is Rahma. My major is quantitative analysis, and I am junior year. So my background is kind of different because people stick with the family, they move around with the family, but I had to leave family for various reasons. And my refuge story is just different because I had to seek it alone. And the way I did it, I was like 15 when I realized I had to do it. And so it was kind of, I'm still like a child, but I had to like be an adult. And so kind of my story was through education, I sought refuge, because usually when you seek refuge as a single person, there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of security issues. But when you seek it in a different way, they maybe let you slip. When we were in classes and attacks happened, and you could even see this, because we had like, because like there's not resources, like we can't do walls, so the classrooms are usually glass, and then it's covered in white paint, and you could see on top it's clear for the sun to come through, and you could see the cloud of smoke outside, but nobody would panic because they knew if it was time to go, then it's time to go. So like everybody would just, yeah, it's kind of like, even teachers, we will just be like, a moment of silence, and then we would just continue on, and you could even hear sometimes screams. So we would, of course, call for help, but then we just continue on. Like it was just, because everybody knew, like, you gotta do what you have to do right now if you wanna get somewhere far. So my favorite moment was, so when I first came, of course my English was no near like this, and it was nothing. So when I used to go to advisors, they used to always like tell me to go like lower level classes just because they thought that I would have a difficult time, but I just chose not to. And just having the reaction of professors for me. So like right now I have a professor, like this professor especially, like he just believed in me, and he told me, oh no, you could do a lot with what you have. Like you should believe in yourself. And that's kind of my favorite moment, because that was the first time somebody upper in like faculty told me that you're capable of doing something. So that has impacted me ever since. I've been more involved, doing a lot of more things. So that's how it has impacted me, just like by a person telling me that you can do this. But their simple word, they didn't know behind that I had a lot of people saying you should try something before doing this. So that's how it's impacted me. Being a student at the U is actually kind of overwhelming because the U is huge. Like the U is a huge campus, so there's a lot of resources, but you get lost in like what is the right resource for yourself. And so kind of actions I took is like joining clubs to inform people about these resources and guide them, just because I was so lost. So I feel like being a U student, I'm really proud actually. I'm really proud to be a U student because it gave me a lot of opportunities, and there's so many opportunities like just buried because it's a huge campus. And I feel like there's a lot of ways you could get to the places that you want to. So it's very enjoyable to be a U student, and there's so many things you could contribute to the U as a student. So what I would like to tell the donors is that they don't know their impact at all. Like, you don't know how much you've impacted me, like personally, life, college, emotionally. And so like a thank you is not enough, I would say. So I don't know what to tell them. Like, you will see me in the future be a whole different person just because of this. I know you might not think, oh, this might not be enough, but it gets us to a stepping stone to do so much. And so I don't know if thank you is even enough, to be honest.